Should we keep the commandments of Yahuah? That is a topic I will be discussing today. First of all, what are the commandments of Yahuah? Well, the commandments of Yahuah are written in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers. Moses and the Israelites went to Mount Sinai, where Moses communicated with Yahuah. Only Moses was allowed to climb the mountain, and if anyone else set a foot on it, they were killed immediately. Moses stayed on Mount Sinai for 40 days and nights to receive the commandments from Yahuah. The commandments were a set of rules that Yahuah said the people should live by and obey. There are about 613 laws in the Bible that the Israelites had to obey. The 10 Commandments were the most important of them. However, this does not mean we should ignore the others. Yahuah gave us the commandments for a reason. He wants us to obey his statutes because it is a sign that we love him. That is how we show our love to our Creator, by obeying his voice. What are the 10 Commandments? Well, the first one is you shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself idols and worship them. You shall not take the name of Yahuah your Elohim in vain, for Yahuah will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Honor the Sabbath day. Honor your father and mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. You shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor. These commandments Yahuah gave first. The first 4 are about how to show Yahuah that you love him, and the rest how to show your neighbor that you love him. Why should we obey the commandments of Yahuah? For Yahuah is pure, and in him is no sin. Therefore he wants his people to be like him too, clean and free of sin. If we obey the commands of Yahuah, we show we love him, like a son obeying his father's instructions. When Yahushua the Messiah came, he did not do away with the commandments. There are many verses in the Bible that support this argument. On this slide are verses that tell us we should obey Yahuah's commandments. Matthew 5, verse 17 to 20. Do not think I came to destroy the law of the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For assuredly, I say to you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle will by no means pass from the law till all is fulfilled. Whoever therefore breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so, shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does and teaches them, he shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say to you that unless your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 7, verse 21 to 23. Not everyone who says to me, Master, Master, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. As you can see here, Yahushua did not come to abolish the Torah. He came to clarify it, explain it to the people. Everywhere in the Bible, the prophets say that we should obey Yahuah's commandments, and Yahushua said likewise. Why would Yahuah suddenly change his mind? Why would he give commandments only to do away with them later? In Malachi, Yahuah clearly says, for I am Yahuah, I do not change, therefore you are not consumed, O sons of Jacob. Yahuah does not change. He gave the commandments and expects us to obey them, even to this day. The commands are for everybody to obey, not only the Israelites. Leviticus 24, verse 22. You shall have the same law for the stranger and for one from your own country, for I am Yahuah your Elohim. This shows us that even the strangers that were in the camp of Israel had to obey the commandments. The law of Yahuah is for everybody. Therefore, we should study his statutes and see what is expected of us.